Yo guys, what is up? It is Teachers Game 2 coming at you again with another video, and I am here to show you right now some of the ways that you can build to, well, make your life a little bit easier. Now I'm on Valguero right now, and this video specifically is meant to show you how to build a successful 2x2 where you can kind of just solo it. Now, it's great for trolling bases, it's great for just someone that wants to just play for fun. You can use this on a PvP server. I would encourage you to be careful where you place it though, and that's why I'm showing you this part. So what you're looking for any sort of PvP base, rule number one, line of sight. Avoid it. Stay away from people. If you can find a way to get away from anybody, usually the best way to do that, excuse me, is on the outside of the map. Now, if you're on the outside of the map, the best thing you can do is literally get to the very, very edge. At the edge of the map, people typically don't go over to this region very often. It's just something people don't do very often. That's just a fact. Find somewhere that's kind of hard to get to, not something you can just fly to super easily. Like, I don't know, right here. Perfect little 2x2 section over here. You want to try and find something also that doesn't have much above it. See how this is the world border right here? And you can't get behind this? That's perfect. What all you'll also notice right now is, well, look down. It's a beautiful view. Sorry, I just had to like take that in for a second because it's super pretty. Now, anyways, that being said, I need to take a picture of this. It's just a pretty map. Valguero is a beautiful map. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and show you how I do this. So this is a 2x2 solo base. This specific location is if you spawn, you can see Oil Cave down there. Over to my left is where some of the other caves are. This is a decently walked around area, so people will end up seeing you up here probably, but the closer you can get to this wall, the better off you are. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and place our foundation. See how here's the wall right there. We don't want to go through it because first off, that's not legal. Put yourself right up against it, just like that. Now, in a 2x2, just like I told you I was going to build, you don't have very much room, so you don't really want to build a whole bunch of excessive stuff. Really? You're limiting to a 2x2 as in too tall as well? Really? You're not going to let me place it here? I guess it doesn't really matter a whole heck of a lot because I'm inside the mesh anyways. Okay, whatever. We'll figure it out. So it doesn't matter a whole heck of a lot because this is nice and flush with the side of my base, but for right now you can see the point. Now, what I'm going to do, oh no, I don't want that. We want to save as much space as possible. So we're going to go ahead and place this down here too. Obviously, you know how to build, you know how to do this kind of stuff. So this is like the boring part, but still, got to show you that I do it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put the ceilings above us. What the heck? Why did that snap there? Oh well. Now, as you snap the ceilings, you can see as we're looking around, we do not have very much space. There is almost none at all. So there's lots of ways you can remedy this. I usually kind of try and go vertical. Not placing things flat down is always a good idea. You want to try and avoid that as much as possible. You can use ceilings to place things down. It's up to you. That's sometimes a successful way to do it, but just be careful. That's my biggest suggestion because you want to be careful. As you can see, I can place this here, which is quite opportune. And the fabricator fits perfectly in a 2x2. As you can see on this backside, I want to try and avoid sending it out the backside of the wall so people can't just smack it. I'm going to go ahead and set it right here. So the fabricator pretty much takes up an entire corner. Now, on top of the fabricator, however, you can actually, maybe it won't let me, oh, there it is. You can place yourself a smithy, saving yourself a little bit of room. You can see that I can't place it over the top of that little thing right there. Not a huge deal. You can usually place two of these guys inside this thing. It's up to you how you do that, though. I usually focus right about, where is it? Just so I can look up at this thing and actually use it. We're going to go right here. You can see I've got plenty of room to put a second one up here if I really wanted to. Serves as a great storage box, and you can literally just, oh boy, it's not going to let me do it right now, huh? Great. But I'll show you that you can do it. Now, obviously, as you can see, I'm having difficulties. This is just lovely. Really? You're not going to let me up and in? Cool, whatever. I guess I'll do it this way then. No big deal. This is perfect, actually, though. And we're going to switch this guy to block. So you can see, here's my fabricator. Got the smithy up on top of it. Doesn't matter a whole heck of a lot. Some other things that you want to have available and easy to use. Don't waste your time with a bunch of useless stuff. In this kind of base, you're not looking for a bunch of stuff that's going to cost you. You just want to be able to put some stuff together. So see how I'm just like trying to mesh everything together a little bit here? You'll notice that I'm kind of trying to like pull it out of the wall. So you place it right there and then check to see, does it go through the wall? It does not. So this is all accessible. and you want to build it like that. You want to make sure it's nice and easy. Don't waste space. Wasting space is not good for you, especially if you're in a smaller clan like this, so just a 1x1, or I guess you by yourself. And then you've got your Fabby, Smithy, power generator. We're going to toss a gas in there to show you that it works. I don't even want 2, I just want the 1. Obviously, as you can see, it's working. Now, the benefit now, you can have cryo fridges because those are makeable inside. I'm going to repeat this again, inside of a drop. So these are huge now. They are super nice to have. You want to fit these wherever you can. What I typically do is I try and fit them in the middle here. However, it's not going to let me because, why would it? Jeez, that's just a pain in the butt. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. So we want to fit it right about there. If you're one guy, you don't need more than one cryo fridge. If you have more than one cryo fridge, that's probably a big issue. Now that's something that's just, my suggestion, but that's me. So cryo fridge can go right in the center, and then take your normal fridge. That way you can put all your eggs, kibbles, all that kind of stuff inside this. You're probably not going to have very much, so that's why you only need one. If you have more than one, again, consider your priorities here. What's important to this base is probably not what you need. So connected fridge, smithy, everything's all nice and easy to access. You'll notice how these fit just about perfectly. So that way we can fit them in. Now, it's up to you whether you do large storage boxes or small storage boxes. Smalls can be a bit easier to put things around your base, which is nice. That's one of the key things that you need to focus on, because you'll notice these large storage boxes do not fit anywhere super well in here. Now you could, if you really, really got some, I guess, don't mind about losing space at all, you could technically fit them like this. And I'll show you right now. Come on, lock. There it goes. And you could fit one right there if you really wanted to have that extra space. But again, look at that. Doesn't really hold too well. So this is why one of those things that I don't like large storage boxes, but that's me. If I'm going to have a lot of stuff, why am I going to be in a one-man clan anyways? I usually try and fit my small storage boxes around and then use the smithy, fabricator, and stuff like that to force other stuff around. Now, I will also make sure I have room to get back in here. You can try and fit this guy however you want. You can sometimes fit him here. I don't know if I made it well. Oh, I made it perfectly. Sweet. So see how it fits right there as well. Boom. So you'll notice everything is compact. There's nothing, no space is wasted. This is a simple one-man base. You do not want more than 1 or 2 guys running out of a base like this, because there's just no need for it. If you can fit the extra stuff, go ahead, be my guest. I wouldn't, but that's me. You're obviously probably not going to have an Indie Forge running, but that's not a big issue. You can still fit a couple of them in here, which is nice. I'm going to plop one down right over there. Now, obviously, as you can see, it sticks out the top a little bit, but not a huge deal. Again, I usually leave an extra 1 or 2 outside, but that's up to you. As you can see, look at this. Everything is about as compact as we're going to be able to make it. You do not get more compact than this. Boom. It's pretty. It looks pretty. Looks good. So this is a 2x2. Now, defensive structures, I don't know, maybe I should show you that. I guess you could see how it works. But you want to do, very simple, again, you just want to stack yourself in this little death box, basically. This box should be a little dangerous structure of death, and I'll show you that right now. All right, so what you're going to do, just take some metal hatch frames, giant metal hatch frames, and I've got heavies just to show you. Obviously, you're probably not going to have heavies if you're working alone, but you might, you never know. You take on the bottom level right here, take a giant metal hatch frame, place it down, then over on this side, take another one, and place it down. Doesn't really matter how you do it because you're going to be putting the heavies on it anyways. So you could place it here. I don't like this style as much when people kind of have it pulled out. I am a little bit of a, I guess I'm more of a PvP builder, you could call it, but I like to put it nice and flush so it looks nice on the base. You'll see it right there. Now, then what you do, pretty easy. Take your heavy turrets, put it up on these things, because having as many as you can stacked vertically is always a good call. Just like this. Boom, turn on, you can see it, turn on, you can see it. What I'll usually do is I'll put one on each of the corners. Obviously I can't put one back there, so I'll try and sub one in right here instead. Turn that on. And then the benefit about putting it one level up like this, you can put some on the ground, which is totally cool. As you can see, this is a little death ball machine. Not super bad. And you're really just trying to prevent people from getting up here. Yes, there are ways to raid this. Of course there are. But your point is to stay out of the way. Make people think that you don't really matter. Which is, if you're a one person, you're either trolling, so you want to really stay out of the way, or you just want to play the game for fun, which I think Ark should be, but it's turned into this giant like clan wars everything. So, oh well. As you can see, there's that side. We're going to plop this guy up over here. Come on. Let me, oh boy. I almost thought I fell down. That would have been bad. Come on. Really? There it is. I'm just going to go ahead and place them when I get this. There it is. Boom, just like that. As you can see, these are pretty nice. These little, come on, what is this? Show up there, please. There it is. I just need to find the right spot eventually, maybe. Oh, had it. There it is. So turn these guys on. And you know, the defensive part of this is entirely up to you. This is the one thing where I'm going to say you should have what you feel comfortable with. For me, I don't think there is any safe way to avoid being raided. So the more you have, the better you are. That's obviously my opinion. Sometimes you're friends with the alphas and you just want to avoid being trolled. This is a great way to do it, actually, because the only way to really get to you in a base like this is to, well, for lack of a better words, just soak it. You're just gonna have to soak it. So you could put this up around your regular base, have like a small little pill box over here in which you can just avoid stuff. But obviously, as you can see, super nice little base design to have. Put a couple more turrets up on top if you really want to. It's up to you. But if you're a one guy or just one dude, two dudes, three dudes, you're not gonna be able to hold off people anyways, probably. So just do what you can. It's not super important, I guess. Now, sometimes it's always a nice little surprise because I know that these things get rated a lot. And that's why you're looking at this video probably. What you can do, try and hide yourself a turret inside of your base. Believe it or not, it helps. So sometimes they'll blow in and all of a sudden the turret smokes them and they're out of ammo. They're out of something. It helps. So that being said, pretty cool little nifty 2x2 design. As you can see, a ton of stuff is fitting here. Nice little turret box on each side of it. This is a good location on the map. Not too bad. I'll show you. Basically, if you're looking at the map right now, I am give or take, we're just going to call it give or take, right around 40 to 30 latitude and literally 10 longitude, pretty close to the edge, but that's, you know, up to you. So hopefully you enjoyed this little video, and hopefully it helps you out a little bit if you're playing solo or playing a couple of guys, or you just want to have a little side base over there. Up to you. All right, Teacher's Game 2, out.